And not quite up the top, but these babies will sprint down the 1,100 metres at Flemington.
For Lemon Drop Kid and Prior Engagement. Light is on, they're racing. Now Palais Garnier threw his head up in the air at the start and lost about 2 or 3 lengths. Racer's Edge and Destin amongst the best 2 to begin, and Lou is going very fast for Harry White. Jess Amy getting up on the inside. Then Lemon Drop Kid. Prior Engagement's about 6th over on the rails. Del Sol was wide. And settling back at the tail of the field, Palais Garnier after a tardy start. 700 metres to go. Destin up along the rails, just led from Racer's Edge and Lou. Del Sol was the widest runner, followed by Jess Amy at Prior Engagement, Lemon Drop Kid and Palais Garnier. They're racing in lines of 4 as they go into the course proper. 500 to go. Racer's Edge is travelling okay, about a length in front of second Del Sol. Prior Engagement, Destin, Palais Garnier's been a good run, and then Lemon Drop Kid and Lou. Down to the 300 though, and Dialet's the favourite with a bit more rain, and it raced out 2.5 to Del Sol, who's very green. Then came Prior Engagement. Lemon Drop Kid is running on fairly well, but Racer's Edge is open right up at the 150. It's all Racer's Edge. Get in the queue. He's 2.5 lengths in front of Del Sol, Prior Engagement and Lemon Drop Kid, but Racer's Edge wins at a canter by 3 lengths. Second is very close. Prior Engagement in the centre and Del Sol primarily in the photo from Lemon Drop Kid. Then Jess Amy followed in by Destin and Palais Garnier, and Lou was tailed off last of all.
Well, you wouldn't see much easier winners than that, Dan. He did everything right. Shane Dye took him to the front. He just sat there. Lou just bumped him after they'd gone about 100 metres or so. But he always had the race under control. I actually noticed Shane Dye have a little look about the 300 metres. He was going so easily. And they ran 1:4.4, which is very good going.
1.7 and 2 in Melbourne, $1.40 and $1 even Racer's Edge, $1.80 Prior Engagement, $2 even for Del Sol, Quinella $5 even, the trifecta $20.40, correct weight on 1, 7 and 2. As we wait. Yes, Pete, Antwerp at $3.90 is the popular elect for the New Truth plate. Credit account $9. Big run at Moonee Valley last start. Dream About at $12.20. The Penny at $5. Gilded Splendour $8.90. She ran second on protest last start at Yarra Glen. My Sparkling Star $24. Sky Dance at $21. Bold Alliance at $23.90. Auntie Mary $29.30. Western Classic $11.90. Star Power $47. Pompeii Lady $39, Precious Poppy $18, Mixture $21, 15 out, 16 Love and Kisses $93, and 17 Sweet Glory $132.60 and $30.70 for the win in the place for $1 dividend on race number 2 as they go to the barrier stalls.
Been running here for the New Truth plate, 2,000 metres the journey on what is a delightful day. The favourites won the first, and I hope that favourite backers have a good day, or if you like the roughies, well, let's hope you get 1 or 2 up at odds. 2,000 metre start on the Maribyrnong side, and they'll run 600 metres to the first turn, and then the long sweeping turn to the top of the straight at about the 450 metre mark. OK, second event about to come up. We'll take a break and be back shortly to Flemington on the final day of the 93 Carnival.
For a start for the New Truth plate of the old mile and a quarter, 2,000 metres. Light is on now for the mares. Away they go. Antwerp got caught up in the start, missed it 3 lengths, and Mixture nearly fell. So drama at the start. Sweet Glory, the first one out from Bold Alliance, who's looking for the lead, and then Gilded Splendour, followed by Western Classic, caught out very wide from Love and Kisses, and then Auntie Mary. My Sparkling Star, Pompeii Lady 3 deep, and Credit Account in the blue and white buried away on the inside. The Penny was caught out wide, and they were followed by Sky Dancer, Star Power, Precious Poppy. Antwerp was second last on the inside in the cerise colours, and 2 lengths away Mixture. To the 1,400 metre mark they go, and the pace is pretty good. Bold Alliance in front, leads 2 lengths to Western Classic, and Sweet Glory, the Bolter, third. 2 lengths away Gilded Splendour. Auntie Mary out wider, and over on the inside was Love and Kisses. 1 to Pompeii Lady, about a length and a half further back in the field then. 2 over on the inside, My Sparkling Star, followed by the Penny. On the inside was Antwerp, has made up ground by sticking to the inside, then Star Power. They were followed by Credit Account. Sky Dancer was next, and Precious Poppy, and Mixture last of all. And about 15 lengths off the tearaway leader, Bold Alliance. 1,000 to go. Boulder Line's 2 in front of Western Classic, who's had a nice drop in behind the leader. They were followed by Sweet Glory, Gilded Splendor, 1.5 lengths away. Auntie Mary, a few of these are off the bit already. They were followed by, down on the inside, Love and Kisses. Pompeii Lady runs into it. And further back in the field, then a My Sparkling Star getting away from the rail. The Penny hooked out, so too was Antwerp, Credit Account. And well back was Sky Dancer, Precious Poppy Mixture, and also Star Power. Around the turn, 5.50 to go. Boulder Lights and neck in front of Western Classic. Gilded Splendor runs to third, then Sweet Glory, Love and Kisses, Auntie Mary, Pompeii Lady. Dream About It running into it, followed by the Penny down the outside. Western Classic in front of Gilded Splendor, Dream About It out wider. Then Sweet Glory followed by the Penny. Down to the 300, Gilded Splendor a half in front of the great Dream About It. Then Western Classic, Antwerp from a long way back. Gilded Splendor in front of Dream About It. Antwerp's been a giant run, but Gilded Splendor in front. And Gilded Splendor's going to win by a length and a half to Antwerp. What a run in. Dream About It third, then My Sparkling Star. Sweet Glory next in from Love and Kisses, the Penny, followed by Precious Poppy, Western Classic and Sky Dancer. Well back Credit Account, then came Auntie Mary. Further back to Boulder Lights, Pompeii Lady, Mixture and Star Power. $8.80 and $2.70 for Gilded Splendor. $1.70 Antwerp and $3.80 Dream About It. But Gary, the drama was at the start because Mixture all but fell. It seemed to slip out. It was drawn next to Antwerp, and Antwerp just missed the kick.
Yeah, so it's quite incredible. We'll try and get this here, whether we'll just pick it up here. She's in the cerise colours, Antwerp. There, you can see them there, whether she's just gone down behind. Often horses' legs will just go from under them. They sometimes try and jump a little bit too big, but you can see she's come out a clear last, so those who backed Antwerp will very unlucky not to collect.
She might have 5 Gilded Splendor, $8.80 and $2.70. Antwerp, $1.70 and Dream About It, $3.80. Quinella, $15.60. The trifecta, $329.30. Race to race double, $13.20 on 1 and 5.
Yes, indeed. Got a very happy camera pointer here, which means I'll get the rough head filter all day. It's fabulous. They're ready for the some of the more interesting hats from Thursday. Look at that. Don't have to win a trophy, just put it on the top of your hat. I tell you what, 48,000 turned up here on Thursday, and it really was, in retrospect, a crook old day. It was cold and windy, squalls of rain really driving across the racecourse. It really was an awful sort of a day. Now, we're running a little bit behind time here, but we had to have that chat with Johnny Letts, and we wanted to talk to him because, of course, he's very busy. He's gone and jumped back on the horse, old Banjo, and he's out there again. So, Pete, it's down to you to have a look at them.
Yes, quickly a look at the third race with Roy Higgins, Tim, and Tate here for race 3.
OK, Peter, Laura's Express, $17.70. Miss Prospect, $2.30 as John Marr and Stephen King chase a double. Rose's Image, the Grey Filly, $10.30. Super Snooper, $11.80. Bislotto, $21.50. Clico, $12.70. Forgetful, $25.30. Go Kath at $17.30. Peggy Ann, who won in a jog trot at Randwick last start, $9.90. Alinta, $58. Hospitable in Form, $13.10. Princess Shauna, $32. Ranskate, $22. Rumagic is scratched, and Tipsy Gypsy at $62.40. And Pete, the track rating is now good.
Yes, the track changed to good officially at 10 minutes after 1, so...
Like this, she's a nice big filly by Twig Moss. Put her into your multiples. I've marked them 2, 1, 11 and 6. They're the 4 I'm going to take. 2, 1, 11 and 6.
All ready to go. Light is on now. This one playing up, Ranskate. It settles. And the gate of Tipsy Gypsy is open, second from the outside.
Now you can see when I said the other day about how valuable those men in the stalls are. That horse was going to rear up and might have reared over backwards. Jockey can get crushed and the horse can go down underneath.
She's still playing up, Ranskate.
Yeah, a little bit unsettled.
Yeah, all again appears to be right. Light on, they're off and racing now. Clico seemed to dwell when the starter let them go. Peggy Ann has jumped away pretty well with Bislotto. Now Rose's Image is going to the grandstand side of the track all by her lonesome. On the flat side of the track, Peggy Ann and Clico amongst the early leaders. Going up there also was Bislotto, and they were followed by Hospitable's going to cross over in front of the field. Laura's Express was next, and they were followed by Laura's Express, so getting up on the inside of Hospitable, Go Kath. Just behind the Miss Prospect. Then came Ranskay, Princess Shauna, Tipsy Gypsy, Super Snooper and Alenta, and Rose's Image down the outside all by herself, the grey. Onto the course proper, 550 metres to go. Peggy Ann trying to get up on the inside of Forgetful. The two Sydney fillies are in front of Miss Prospect, travelling okay. Double followed inside them by Laura's Express, Hospitable. Further back to Princess Shauna getting through the field, and Bislotto, and Rose's Image all by herself out wider. Inside the 300 metre point, Miss Prospect loomed up to hit the front. Her stablemate Bislotto could be the danger. Getting through was Laura's Express, and Rose's Image out wide's about 2 in front. Rose's Image is in front out wide. Bislotto coming at it. Bislotto's finishing the better. Grab Rose's Image and Bislotto. Bislotto's going to win. Second Rose's Image, third Peggy Ann. Then Forgetful. Miss Prospect had every chance. Then Clico followed in by Princess Shauna. Next home would have been Hospitable Go Kath, and then came Ranskay, Laura's Express, Alenta. Wellback Super Snooper and Tipsy Gypsy has ended up at the tail.
It was a great run by Rosie's Image, Dan, because she had to come down the outside all by herself, and it's very difficult to do that.
Number 5 will be first, Bislotto A. Matthews. Second will be Rose's Image, number 3. And third placing will be number 9, Peggy Ann. 5-3, and Judge calling on a photo for third, but it should be number 9. 110.3 was the time, Gary. Winner was at Quinella, 110.40. Trifecta, 2,229.70. The double, $168.40.
Simon O'Donnell, Belinda Green, Peter Jansen in Carbine's colours. Poor old Carbine, he'd turn in his grave if he could see this. Ian Rawlings, Kerry Ann Kennelly, Ronnie Burns, Tom Oliver, Bruce Samazan. So neighbours trifecta perhaps, 4, 7 and 8, or Healthy, Wealthy and Wise, number 6 Ronnie Burns. I won over this 220 metre course. Roy Higgins, have you got a pick on looks?
No, I just feel sorry for the horses.
I think that sums it up. All right, well, Dan Malicki, I think, is getting ready to call it up there, and Dan's call will be going out on course here at Flemington. They're starting to make a pretty good line, Dan, so I think we might come up to you, and, well, all the best. It's not the Melbourne Cup, but it's something.
Thanks, Peter. The runners are getting set for the Harry the Hira celebrity race. They're under starters' orders. Belinda Green taking off prematurely. The all-green colours appropriately. Two fillies in the race, Belinda Green and Kerry Ann Kennelly. Kerry Ann in the all-white. They'll charge up the Flemington straight. And Belinda facing backwards at the moment. So too is our other filly, Kerry Ann. She turns around. Ready, the flag goes down away. Peter Jansen and Carbon and superimposes colours begin like a bullet. Bruce Samazan has got tossed off. Bruce Samazan is out of the race drama already, but it's Peter Jansen in front. Tom Oliver closing very quickly. And look at Ian Rawlings sprinting home. He's gone. Ian Rawlings is down. So is Peter Jansen. So is Belinda Green. They're coming down like dominoes, and Tom Oliver's bolted in the celebrity race. The Harry Hira celebrity race. Tom Oliver closed his eyes, hung on, and won easy. Kerry Ann, you did a great job. She fell off, though, 20 yards after the post. And for the trifecta, Simon O'Donnell has been able to finish third. And that's it. A few sore backsides there. Many of our celebrities have fallen off. Bruce Samazan was the first to go, a great rodeo act. Bruce lasted about 5 metres. And on our replay on Channel 10, Bruce's horse dug its feet into the ground, reared up. Bruce was off.
Look at Simon O'Donnell. He doesn't know which way to go here. Here we go. There's Bruce.
Peter Jansen stumbled after 50 metres. Belinda Green followed suit. Tom Oliver was left a mile in front. Kerry Ann did a great job, hung on for dear life for second.
Gee, Simon won't be able to go crooked jockeys anymore.
And Ian Rawlings flashing through on the inside has won the Harry the Hira celebrity race. Did a great job. It finished like a shot out of a gun.
And there's 5 runaway horses over by the 1,600 metre barrier.
They're coming up to the 1400. Wow. Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, kids get over there by the 1,400 metres and grab a pony.
There's a great shot. There's five loose ponies around the back of the track. Well, you can't say that they don't want to run. They're loving it. And probably a blessing in disguise that Bruce may have fallen off because he's had plenty of time to sign autographs.
There's Simon O'Donnell. Now, he's often can jockeys. I'll get down here and can him.
Now, Simon did finish a place. He wound up in 3rd position.
By default.
By default. Well, nonetheless, he hung on, and that was what the job was all about. And Harry the Hire, the sponsor of the celebrity race, Harry the Hire do a great job. They're responsible for setting up all the marquees. They're very famous at it. And wonderful race, Peter, and you've got some of the losing jockeys, or should I mention perhaps one of the jockeys that didn't even take part in it?
Yeah, Bruce Amazan, well, 220 metres, you went about, what, 0.5 of a metre?
I went about that, about 2 feet, yeah, and it was pretty hard to stay on. And just at the start, I had him worked out. I went for a little gallop around the circle, and just at the start, he reared totally up, and I slid straight off his hindquarters, and I couldn't grab a hold of the reins after that, and he bolted up, and they actually won the race, but without me on him.
Well, you certainly gave him a rousing warm-up. Do you think he was too tired to run?
No, I don't think so. I think I might have actually worked him up a bit too far. But yeah, no, he just reared, and I slid straight off his hindquarters.
Well, one of your neighbours' men's won the race, Tom Oliver, so that's something.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's fantastic. Congratulations, Tom.
All right. Well, I think more fell off than finished the course, but good to see you in one piece.
Thanks very much.
Bruce Amazan, who didn't get a long way in the celebrity race, but we'll be talking to the winner, Tom Oliver, hopefully. And they're still trying to catch those ponies. A few sick and sorry ladies. From the very beginning, it must be said, Peter Pan was a star. This glowing copper chestnut with silver mane and tail burst into the spotlight in 1932. Saddled with the awesome responsibility of filling the void left by Phar Lap, he performed with grit and grace. As a 3-year-old, he won the AJC Derby and ran 4th in the Caulfield Cup. Not entered for the Victoria Derby, Peter Pan instead contested and won the Weight for Age Melbourne Stakes, leaving Caulfield Cup winner Regilla in his wake and thereby earning Melbourne Cup favouritism. Here in the great race, as if surrounded by drunken sailors, he suffered interference and then more interference. But he still came through.
Peter Pan meets with further interference, and Uramba, coming fast on the outside, has gone to the front. It looks to be all over. Now here comes Peter Pan. He's after Uramba, and he's catching him. He might do it. These two horses are staging a magnificent race. Peter Pan has caught him. He'll win it. Peter Pan wins from Uramba with Shadow King 3rd.
As a 4-year-old, rheumatism kept him in the shadows, and it wasn't until the spring of 1934 that Peter Pan reminded the nation of his greatness. But on Cup morning, down came the rain, bucket after bucket, and out went his price. He had to carry 9 stone 10, the grandstand really, and start from barrier 22, out on the road. Good luck, said the bookies, blowing the odds from 7-2 favouritism to 14-1. 99,000 people were at Flemington that day, despite the rain and all the gloom. And to a man, they cheered, and cheered some more.
Peter Pan is well clear, about half a furlong from the post, and he'll win it all right. A magnificent victory.
He was a star, all right, Peter Pan, winning his next 9 starts, all in top company, and assuring himself a place among the immortals.
Yeah, I tell you what, all of those stories we're putting together for you for this week have just been terrific. Just a quick plug before I throw down to PD. The guy that did it, Mike Dickinson, we call him Moshi around here. That's a great little video called The Tommy Woodcock Story, and you should get a hold of it. If you love your racing, that's a great video. I watched it during the week. It really is just a lovely story.
He won this race last year. Is at $4.60 and $1.40. Hear That Bell at $2.70. Scratch number 3. Tall Emperor, $19. Sky Flyer, $7.60. 6 is out Big Baron. Crescendo was a very good run in the Werribee Cup, $13.40. Fans at $11.40. Bon Frecheur, $34.30. London Bridge at $8.80. Ramyar, $14.30. And Oro Didino at $28.80. And John Marr going for...
Where they start 2 of the classic races over the carnival, the Derby and the Oaks. And they'll scamper down to the first turn, and you can be sure, or pretty sure, that Corchaban will be in front. As to whether he'll win, well, I don't think so. I think Hear That Bell will win, and so does Roy. Sky Flyer from Dan Malicki. And Tall Emperor, well, Gary Willits has found one at a bit of odds here in number 4, Tall Emperor, in the... The Terp supposedly is about the winner's circle, about champagne, flashing silks, and blue-blooded aristocrats. But not if you're named Shadow King. Not if you started in 6 Melbourne Cups between 1929 and 1935 without saluting. This bay gelding Shadow King, he's a legend in Cup history, not for winning, but losing. Time and again. Never by far, though.
In 29, he finished 6th to Night March, 3rd to Farlap in 30, 2nd to White Nose in 31, 3rd to Peter Pan in 32, and runner-up again to Hallmark in 33. Sure, he was beaten, though only by the best. In 1935, when 4th to Marabou, the BRC gave him the honour of leading the field onto the track. In the long run, Shadow King retired to become a police mount, and on Cup days, they stationed him near the winning post. Not right on the winning post, mind you, but not too far away either.
Yeah, the perennial bridesmaid.
Hear that bell, the favourite. Light on, and they're off and racing now. Tall Emperor was a little bit slow to begin from near the inside. Bon Precheur won the start from London Bridge, and also going up on the outside, Corchaban. Then Sky Flyer, Oro Dodino, Crescendo, Ramyar's out wide. Tall Emperor getting up on the rails. Then Hear That Bell and Fans was last of all as they leave the straight. Bon Precheur on the inside just led London Bridge, and Corchaban sliding up 3 deep. Tall Emperor's been able to get through on the inside to 4th, and Sky Flyer around it as Corchaban goes to the front. Midfield, Crescendo. Over on the inside was Fans. A length further back to Oro Dodino, and then came Hear That Bell. And Ramyar last of all, about 8 lengths off the lead at Corchaban. 1,800 metres to go. Corchaban in front for Shane Dye by 1 length. London Bridge pulling a little bit in second placing, and 1.5 to Bon Precheur. Then Sky Flyer 4th, and Tall Emperor's now got away from the rail, is now 3 wide. Then Fans and Crescendo, 1.5 to Oro Dodino. Hear That Bell, the favourite outside it, and 1 length away Ramyar, the mare, is last of all. Still only 8 lengths covers them as they go towards the 1,500 metre mark, and Corchaban in front by 3/4 of a length. Tall Emperor goes up to be second, and 1/2 away London Bridge, third the rails. 1.5 to Sky Flyer, and neck back to Bon Precheur. Then Fans. They were followed inside horses by Oro Dodino. Crescendo a little bit wider. Hear That Bell going through between horses, and 3 lengths away Ramyar last of the 10. Inside the 1,200, Corchaban in front for Shane Dye. Leads 3/4 of a length to Tall Emperor. London Bridge was third, and 1.5 lengths to Sky Flyer. Then Bon Precheur, the mare, 5th on the inside of Fans. 1 off the rail, Crescendo 3 deep. Then Oro Dodino ridden along. Hear That Bell was next, still being ridden quietly by King. And 2 lengths away, Ramyar last of all. They're at the 800 metres point. Corchaban and Nick in front. Tall Emperor second. London Bridge was third the inside. Then Sky Flyer going up. Bon Precheur behind those as they come to the bend. London Bridge on the rails. Going around the outside, Crescendo. Then came Hear That Bell working into it. And Ramyar back of the tail with Oro Dodino. Entering the straight now. 500 metres to go. Tall Emperor the outside. Corchaban the rail. They're a length in front of Sky Flyer. Crescendo on the outside. Then London Bridge. Hear That Bell is into the clear, and then came Fans. Down to the 300. Corchaban in front of Nick Clear. Coming out Crescendo, and on the outside Hear That Bell. Then Fans from a long way back, and London Bridge getting the run. The favourite got to the lead. Hear That Bell. London Bridge getting up on the inside, and Fans is joining in strongly. Hear That Bell in front. Fans is going to challenge late. Hear That Bell and Fans. Hear That Bell in front, and Hear That Bell has won it by a half head to Fans, and third London Bridge, and then Sky Flyer, followed by Crescendo. Bon Precheur next in, and then Ramyar, Corchaban, Tall Emperor, and Oro Dodino was back at the rear.
Very good win to Hear That Bell, but I noticed in the straight that Bon Precheur nearly fell about the 400 metre mark, Dan. It was close to falling.
260 and 150. The judge has called for the vote.
There he nearly goes there. The orange. Might just have another quick look at that. It's very interesting there where those horses shifted. You can see Stephen King in the green cap coming up here, and there's Michael Clark right on the outside.
2 has got a number 2, 260 and 140. Fans paid $2.90. London Bridge $2.80. Quinella 17.30. The trifecta 282.20. Race to race double 83.90. Extra double 17.50.
And just before we go to the presentations for the Queen Elizabeth, we've already had a few calls about this video I was talking about.
Primacy, Peter, $35.80. Big odds for a Group 1 winner. Likewise, Corndale, $65. He's been dying to get a good track. Carson's Cash, $26.70. Cogitate, $15.90. Deposition, $13.60. Telesto, $11. Excited Angel, $5.40. Pharaoh at $40.40. Station Hand, $13. Terrare, $33. Valdezere, $5.10. Azuro, $12.50. Burst at $5.50. Italian Saint, $52.90. Cabora, $77.10. Ghost Story, $36. Ozsmart, $58. Scratch Pride of Rancho. Spring Hill Lad at $80.80. And Square the Circle is also scratched, so we've got a full field of 18 running for the Group 1 $300,000 Nissan Stakes.
Thank you, Daniel. Well, Dr. Turf.
Stakes Day at Flemington, bit of a fashion stakes day too it is. And it turned out to be just a perfect day for racing, perfect day for coming to the races, nice and cool. But no rain, not a sight of it, and the wind has died down dramatically from what it was in the middle part of the week. Now, race of the century, 15 minutes you have, quickly. This is what you have to do. You've got to pick 3 of these great horses in correct order. 1...
At 13 years of age, Rebecca Allen currently holds the title of Victorian Junior Show Jumping Champion. Now she has her sights set on Sydney and the Olympics in the year 2000. It would have been almost impossible for Rebecca to avoid a childhood devoted to show jumping. She was practically born on a horse. With the help of her parents, both competitive riders, and the tuition of her father Robbie, she soon mastered the art of show jumping. Mastered it so well, in fact, that last year they competed against each other and she beat him. It was one time Robbie Allen didn't mind losing. How did you feel?
Oh, well, you know, I was quite proud really because it was a good effort against some of the top riders in Victoria, and she won a class when she was 12 years old against adults, when she was first able to compete against adults at 12 years old, and she won a class. So, yeah, I'm very proud.
Tell me what you're thinking when you're going around the show jumping ring and you're seeing those jumps coming up. What are you thinking and what are you doing?
Trying to get to a nice spot, so it makes it easier on the horse to jump and makes it a lot easier for me to ride the fence.
When you see a jumping competition, the fences are built on distances, and the horse's stride is 12 foot. These fences might be put 36, 48 feet apart, so the rider's job is to lengthen or shorten his stride from, say, a 12-foot stride back to a 10-foot stride, or lengthen his stride from a 12-foot to a 13-foot stride, so that he gets to the right position about 6 foot away from the obstacle before he takes off to jump the fence. It's the related lines, it's fences in rows, 4 and 5 fences in a row. He's just got to be getting to the right spot at the first fence in that line. If he gets there wrong, by the time he gets to the 5th one in that line, he's going to have trouble. Get your canter early. Just sit on him. Don't throw your arms around. Just sit on him.
Now, it's just sheer hard work ahead of Rebecca Allen in order to make her dream come true in the year 2000.
Well, if she keeps working at it and we can find the right sort of horse, well, she's got as much chance as any other 12 or 13-year-old at this stage.
So how much training is going to be required between now and then?
A lot, but it'd be really good if I got there.
Yes, I can answer that question. A lot of training. That really is an art, show jumping, having attempted it myself.
After Craig's...
As you get around that bend, Gary Willits, it makes it a very difficult task from there on to get in.
Very difficult to win when you get trapped wide, Peter. But this is a really great field, and there's a horse I've spotted when he first won, Valdezere. He's been a very good horse.
Sand Stakes, they're racing now. Telesto missed it about a length and a half over on the inside. Terrare won the jump away and led from Cogitate and Azuro early. Primacy's hunting across from a white barrier. He's in search for the lead, gets it without much trouble. Pharaoh up to 4th, and Carson Cash was out wider on the track with Station Hand as they run into that first bend. Telesto's been able to get off the inside, but still back to the tail of the field with Osmart with it when they settle down, and also Cabora. About 1,200 to go, and Station Hand, a stablemate of Primacy's, been able to work around to the lead. Pharaoh was now second, and on the inside Primacy. Terrawe was 4th, one off the rail. Then came Cogitate. Azuro was able to sneak up on the inside. Then Spring Hill Lad and Burst was 3 wide. 1.5 lengths further back in the field. Then as they run up to the home turn, Ghost Story. Over on the inside was Corndale as they approached the bend. Valdezere's trapped out 3 wide. Then Carson's Cash and Deposition. Excited Angels 3 and 4 deep. They were followed by Cabora. Telesto well back with Italian Saint, and Osmart last of all. The big field come to the turn, 600 metres to go on the Nissan Stakes. And Station Hands in front, a surprising leader.